I'm your host, Grande, Gato, the big cat. Yo, what's up, everybody? Thank you guys for tuning in for another episode of Keep Pound _TV. Today we're talking about what if the Carolina Panthers won Super Bowl 50? But first, I got one quick question to get started. Do you like the Carolina Panthers like I like the Carolina Panthers? Yes? No? Maybe? Do you like the Carolina Panthers? If you like the Carolina Panthers, give me that. Alright, give me that. So let me talk about it real quick. I kind of want to play hypothetical right now. What if the Carolina Panthers won the Super Bowl that year, 2015? How different would things be now? Let's talk about it. So first thing first, if the Carolina Panthers would have won the Super Bowl, the first thing that would have happened was Cam Newton would have finally got his respect. That's right, my man deserved it. He hasn't got the respect he deserved because of that Super Bowl. A lot of people go back to not diving for the ball, this, that, and the third. But let me give you a scenario. There's a guy out there, this quarterback out there. He only got one ring. Let me see. His name is Discount Double Check. Yeah, the most overrated quarterback there is. And we treat him like he's damn near God. He only has one ring. There's reports coming out saying that he's not necessarily the most pleasant quarterback to be around, yada, yada, yada. He doesn't necessarily, he get coaches fired. But we turn a blind eye to that. We turn a blind eye to that because he got one ring. So I don't necessarily think that's fair. So if Cam Newton was in a situation where he won a ring, I think all the stuff that you hear about him in the media, the critics, all this stuff will go away because he has a ring. Not only that, the fact that he was hurt the last 2 out of 3 years, the fact that we had a bad season the year after the Super Bowl, he would have also got a pass on all these things. But because we didn't, guess what? He still got the stuff going on. Number two, the second thing that would have happened to Carolina Panthers won a Super Bowl, we still would have Josh Norman. Now let me tell you something. Josh Norman didn't want to sign that franchise tag and, get him and said, okay, we'll just get rid of you. If we have won the Super Bowl, winning makes everything better. I don't think he would have got the long-term deal he would have wanted between $15 and $16 million a year because they were saying that they were only offering about $11 million a year. So because we would have won the Super Bowl, he would have took the franchise tag and we would at least had him for one more year. But one more year is better than no more years because he went after he left us. He went to Redskins, had 3 interceptions, had a decent year up there as well. That's what would have happened. And no telling, man, how that 2016 season would have turned out. And last but not least, the final thing that would have happened if Carolina Panthers won the Super Bowl is the no calls, the concussions, the late hits on Cam Newton would have ceased. You got to understand, there's a lot of people who do not like Cam Newton. A lot of fans, a lot of people, a lot of players that don't like Cam Newton. And that 2015 season when we were literally going around beating the shit out of people, Cam Newton was cocky. He was cocky, dabbing and dancing on folks. So I think the league had it out for him. This is my conspiracy. I think the league had it out for him. I think the referees had it out for him. So, that 2-point conversion against the Atlanta Falcons, which I hate, they banged his head out, got him concussed his ass. Also, the first game of the year, after the Super Bowl, we played Denver Broncos. They targeted my man's head. It's like the league had it out for him. Oh, okay, you want to dance and dab and shit, right? When y'all went 15-1, watch this. Late hit. Oh, no. Play has been reversed. No late hit. I feel like he continues to get disrespected, not only by the players, not only by the fans, but sometimes the referees, sometimes upper management. Now, when I mean upper management, I mean like NFL execs and VPs and shit like that. People who got power over the rules and stuff like that. So that's the last thing that probably would have changed if the Carolina Panthers won the Super Bowl. Get in the comment section. Do you agree with me? What are your thoughts? Do you think some other things would have changed? I'm interested to hear you guys. Make sure you subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Join the group, Keep Pound _TV. I'm your host, Grande Gato. Let the church say, hey, dab.